What if a single diary could change your entire perspective on life? This is a story about such a diary that fell into my hands by pure chance. It was tucked away in the dusty corner of an antique shop, its worn leather cover whispering tales of a forgotten past. Little did I know this unassuming object would soon consume my every thought, leading me on a journey of discovery that would change everything. The diary, as I later discovered, belonged to a woman named Amelia. Amelia's diary was more than just a personal account of her life. It was a chronicle of an era long gone. Her words painted vivid pictures of bustling cities and quiet countryside landscapes, of grand balls and intimate gatherings. I found myself transported to a time of horse-drawn carriages and gaslight streets, where life moved at a slower, more deliberate pace. Each entry was a piece of the puzzle, offering a glimpse into the complexities of her brilliant mind. The antique shop where I found the diary was a place out of time, crammed with forgotten treasures and the faint scent of aged paper. It was owned by a man named Mr. Hemmings, a wizened old soul with eyes that twinkled like distant stars. When I inquired about the diary, his smile faded slightly, replaced by a look of somber contemplation. He told me the diary had been in his possession for many years, passed down through generations of his family. It was said to have belonged to a distant relative, a woman of remarkable intellect and enigmatic nature. Mr. Hemmings spoke of her with a reverence reserved for legends, his voice hushed, as if in the presence of something sacred. He confessed that he, too, had been drawn to the diary, compelled by an invisible force to unlock its secrets. Yet despite his warning, he agreed to part with the diary, almost as if compelled by a force beyond his control. As I left the shop, diary tucked safely under my arm, I couldn't shake the feeling that I had stumbled into something extraordinary. Back in the quiet solitude of my study, I began to research, piecing together fragments of information from historical archives and dusty old books. I discovered that Amelia lived during a time of great societal upheaval and intellectual ferment. Amelia, I learned, was at the forefront of this intellectual revolution. The more I uncovered, the more convinced I became that Amelia's diary held the key to understanding not only her life, but also the hidden currents that shaped her time. My research led me down a rabbit hole of dead ends and tantalizing clues. I discovered references to Amelia's involvement with a secret society known only as the Keepers. They were rumored to be a group of intellectuals, artists, and freethinkers who met in secret to discuss forbidden knowledge and challenge the status quo. Little was known about the Keepers, their existence shrouded in rumor and speculation. As I delved deeper into the mystery surrounding Amelia and the Keepers, I felt a growing sense of unease, Excitement warred with trepidation as I carried the diary home. The aged leather felt warm beneath my fingertips, as if Amelia's presence lingered within. I carefully opened the cover, the musty scent of old paper filling my senses. The first few pages were filled with elegant script, Amelia's thoughts and observations captured in ink that had faded to a sepia tone. Yet, as I delved deeper, the writing transformed. The elegant script gave way to a series of cryptic symbols and diagrams, their meaning hidden from my understanding. Disappointment washed over me, a wave threatening to extinguish the flicker of hope that had ignited within. Had I been misled, my imagination fueled by Mr. Hemmings's cryptic pronouncements? Days turned into weeks, my obsession with the diary growing with each passing moment. Then, one evening, as I sat hunched over the diary, a glimmer of hope emerged from the darkness. I was examining a particularly intricate diagram, my eyes tracing the lines and curves, when I noticed a recurring pattern. Could it be? Was it possible that Amelia had embedded a cipher within the diary itself? With trembling hands, I turned to the first page indicated by the cipher. The entry, dated August 18th, 1888, began innocuously enough, describing a meeting with a fellow scholar at a local tea house. Yet, as I read on, my pulse quickened. Amelia's words, once seemingly ordinary, now held a new weight, a hidden meaning revealed by the cipher. The realization hit me like a physical blow. Amelia's diary wasn't just a collection of personal musings. It was a chronicle of something far greater, something that defied the boundaries of time and history. Each carefully chosen word, every cryptic symbol pointed towards a hidden world, a realm where knowledge was power, and the past held the key to the future. I pored over the diary with renewed fervor, my senses heightened, my mind racing to keep up with the revelations unfolding before me. As I delved deeper into the diary, I began to understand the true nature of the Keeper's mission. They believed that knowledge was a powerful force, one that could either illuminate or destroy. Their duty was to safeguard that knowledge, to protect it from those who would misuse it for their own selfish gains. Amelia wrote of ancient texts containing wisdom lost to the ages, of scientific discoveries that could reshape the world, of philosophical insights that challenged the very nature of reality. Amelia's own story became intertwined with the larger narrative of the Keepers. I learned of her initiation into the society, the rigorous tests she endured to prove her worthiness. She wrote of the mentors who guided her, the comrades who fought alongside her, and the enemies who sought to silence her. One entry, dated July 12, 1892, sent chills down my spine. As I immersed myself in Amelia's world, I felt a profound shift in my own perspective. The world, I realized, was not as simple as it seemed. Beneath the surface of everyday life lay a hidden current of knowledge, a stream of secrets that connected the past, present, and future. The implications of Amelia's revelations were staggering. If her diary was to be believed, then history as we knew it was incomplete, a pale shadow of a far grander and more mysterious reality. It meant that humanity was not alone in the universe, that other forces, both benevolent and malevolent, were at play, shaping the destiny of mankind. Most importantly, it meant that there was more to life than met the eye. There were mysteries yet to be unraveled, truths waiting to be discovered, a world beyond imagination beckoning to be explored. And Amelia's diary, I was certain, held the key to unlocking it all. The deeper I ventured into Amelia's diary, the more cryptic her entries became. It was as if she herself was grappling with the magnitude of the knowledge she possessed. Amidst the philosophical musings, I stumbled upon a recurring motif, a lighthouse on a cliff and an ancient observatory. At first I dismissed these as poetic descriptions of places Amelia had visited or imagined, but as the symbols appeared again and again, I began to suspect they held a deeper significance. They were clues, pieces of a puzzle that would reveal the location of the sanctum of time. My initial attempts to decipher the clues proved frustrating. The lighthouse could have been any one of dozens scattered along the coast. The observatory, with its archaic design, was equally elusive. I spent countless hours poring over old maps, comparing Amelia's descriptions to nautical charts. Just when my hope began to dwindle, I stumbled upon a breakthrough. A faded map, tucked between the pages of a dusty volume on lighthouses, caught my eye. There, marked with a tiny star, was a lighthouse that matched Amelia's description perfectly. It was located on a remote island, far from any shipping lanes, its existence seemingly forgotten by the outside world. Armed with this newfound knowledge, I turned my attention back to the observatory. Amelia's descriptions, though veiled in metaphor, hinted at a structure aligned with the stars, a place where the heavens and earth converged. I scoured astronomical archives, searching for any mention of an observatory that fit her descriptions. Days turned into nights as I delved deeper into the labyrinthine world of 19th century astronomy. Just when I was about to abandon hope, I stumbled upon a reference to a long-forgotten observatory, built by a wealthy eccentric on a remote island off the coast of Scotland. The observatory, according to the records, had been abandoned for over a century. its existence fading into obscurity. My heart skipped a beat as I cross-referenced the location of the observatory with the lighthouse on the map. They were one and the same. Amelia's clues, once scattered and seemingly random, now converged on a single point, a remote island shrouded in mystery and legend. It was as if destiny itself was guiding me towards this forgotten place, urging me to uncover the secrets hidden within. Excitement warred with trepidation as I made preparations for my journey. The island, I discovered, was accessible only by boat, a treacherous journey even in calm seas, but the lure of discovery, the promise of unlocking a truth that had eluded humanity for centuries, outweighed any fear or doubt. I knew deep in my heart that I was on the verge of something extraordinary, something that would forever change my understanding of the world and my place within it. The journey to the island was fraught with challenges. The sea, mirroring my emotions, tossed the small boat like a toy. Yet I pressed on, driven by an unwavering sense of purpose. As the island emerged from the mist, a sense of awe washed over me. Its rugged cliffs rose from the sea like ancient guardians. The lighthouse, perched on the highest point, beckoned me forward. Its light, once a beacon for lost ships, now guided me towards my destiny. I noticed the ruins of the observatory, its dome crumbled and overgrown with ivy. The sight of these structures against the wild landscape sent a shiver down my spine. It was as if I had stepped into one of Amelia's cryptic entries. The entrance to the lighthouse was partially concealed by fallen stones and vegetation. With each step closer, I felt a growing sense of anticipation. As I reached the threshold, my hand trembling, I paused to catch my breath. The diary had led me here, but it could not prepare me for what I was about to face. The secrets within these ancient walls were both a gift and a burden. I was about to cross a threshold where time and history intertwined. As I pushed open the heavy wooden door, I knew my life would never be the same. The lighthouse stood silent, a sentinel against the relentless march of time. Inside, dust motes danced in the pale light filtering through grimy windows. The air hung heavy with the weight of forgotten secrets. It felt as though the very walls whispered tales of the past, of knowledge sought and guarded, of lives lived in the shadows. Each step deeper into the heart of the lighthouse felt like a descent into the depths of Amelia's soul. Her presence lingered in the musty air, a palpable echo of the woman who had entrusted her story, her legacy, to the pages of a simple diary. The weight of her revelations pressed upon me, a responsibility both exhilarating and terrifying. The world outside, with its mundane concerns and petty distractions, seemed to fade into insignificance. Here, in this isolated sanctuary, I stood on the precipice of understanding. Amelia's diary had not just led me to a place, it had opened a door within my own mind, revealing a capacity for wonder and a thirst for knowledge I never knew I possessed. The journey had been long, fraught with obstacles and moments of doubt. Yet as I stood on that threshold, the diary clasped in my hands, I knew that the true adventure was just beginning. The secrets unveiled within those pages were not meant to be hoarded, but shared, a gift passed down through time, a call to action echoing across the ages. The diary, once a solitary artifact, had become a bridge connecting me to a lineage of knowledge seekers, dreamers, and visionaries. It had shown me that the past is not merely a collection of dates and events, but a living tapestry woven from the threads of countless lives. And we, the inheritors of that legacy, have a responsibility to honor their sacrifices, to carry the torch of knowledge forward into the future. The story of Amelia and the Keepers is not just their story, it is our story. It is a reminder that the world is full of mysteries, that there is always more to learn, more to discover. It is a call to embrace curiosity, to challenge assumptions, to never stop questioning the nature of reality itself. As you've journeyed with me through Amelia's words, I invite you to reflect on the power of stories, the enduring legacy of those who came before us, and the responsibility we all share to shape a brighter future. What secrets lie hidden in your own life, waiting to be uncovered? What truths call to you from the shadows, urging you to step into the unknown? Share your thoughts, your questions, your own experiences in the comments below. Let us continue this exploration together, for the journey of discovery is best shared. And for more stories of the unexplained, the enigmatic and the extraordinary, be sure to explore the other videos on this channel. The world is full of wonder waiting to be revealed, one story at a time.